Welcome to the Weather Center, everyone. We have an intense cutoff low in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that together with this cold front here will be bringing us a very eventful weather across much of South Africa throughout your Wednesday. We are going to see scattered to widespread rain showers across the Cape provinces where light snowfalls are possible over the southern highline areas. A lot of cold air will be pushing through the Cape provinces into the central parts of the country, and later on this evening and towards the night hours, we are going to see significant and disruptive snowfalls over the northeastern areas of the Eastern Cape and the Drakensberg Mountains. In the meantime, isolated to scattered thunderstorms are forecast across much of eastern South Africa. Now, this Wednesday, you can expect scattered to widespread rain and thunder showers in the areas highlighted by the dark shade of blue and the shade of purple over the southern and eastern parts of South Africa. The chance of precipitation is going to be smaller where you see the lighter shades of blue. Now, we have a number of weather alerts for your Wednesday, and that includes heavy rains over parts of the Eastern Cape, much of KwaZulu-Natal, and the eastern areas of the Mpumalanga province. A warning is also in place for localized flooding along the south coast and the adjacent interior. We also have a watch for significant snowfalls that are going to be disruptive over the northeastern areas of the Eastern Cape and around the Drakensberg Mountains. A watch is also in place for severe thunderstorms across the eastern parts of Limpopo, much of Mpumalanga, and the eastern sections of the Free State. We also have a watch for gale force winds along much of the east coast between East London and the Kosi Bay area. Now, let's take it closer to your part of South Africa. We are going to see isolated to scattered thunderstorms over the northeastern areas. It's going to stay rather hot for parts of Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Pretoria should peak at around 30 degrees. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms are also forecast across the Free State, but it's going to be pretty wet for much of KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape, where it's going to be very cold for much of the interior with highs in the lower teens in most areas. Very wet weather is also forecast along much of the east coast. It's going to be breezy for Durban, with winds reaching up to 55 kilometers per hour. We are also going to see rain and thunder showers for parts of the Western Cape and the western sections of the Eastern Cape. Pretty chilly for Somerset East and Graaff-Reinet, both peaking at just around 10 degrees. Very wet weather is also forecast along the south coast, where highs in the mid to upper teens are expected. We are going to see isolated rain and thunder showers for much of the Northern Cape. It's going to be chilly for Sutherland, peaking at just around 10 degrees. Light rain is forecast for the first part of your day over parts of the west coast, where it's going to be windy in places. On Thursday, we are going to see mostly sunny skies over the northwestern areas, but light rain continues for the central, southern, and eastern areas, and it will be rather chilly for the central parts of the country.